Howdy folks. So deer season's over with. Anyway, time to clean the rifles. We have one bolt action that I shoot and Brenda shoots a semi-auto. Mine's a little bit easier than hers is. But anyway, just follow along, and if you don't know how to clean rifles, this will kind of give you some tips. Hopefully you know how to clean rifles.
I don't. Because you do it
Anyway,
all the time.
mine's bolt action, so we're going to remove the bolt. Little button down there underneath the trigger. So, and then of course everything's unloaded and empty. So we're going to use some nitro solvent, which takes the fouling out of the barrel.
We've got the windows open too to air the house out while he's using these solvents.
Cat. We opened the back door to the bedroom because we got the wood stove going and it's a little warm in here today. Anyway, I always clean on a bolt action. I clean from the back side, the bolt side down. I don't know that it really matters. On the semi-auto, you only can go in from the muzzle. So, I run it down in there 5, 6, 10 times, whatever. Just to clean all the fouling out.
If you hear a thump, 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 that's the washing machine. The clothes washer in the background. What is that?
It's for put a patch on. So I've used the brush. And now I'm gonna get a patch wet with the same kind of stuff, floor cleaner. I don't have a spray bottle for that one, so I'll use something a little different. This stuff here, I don't know where I got this stuff, but it doesn't have any odor to it.
I probably got it for him for Christmas or something.
Years ago.
Years ago.
So can't really see. It's kind of black.
Mm-hmm.
The brush loosens up all the fouling that's in the barrel. I'll run this down in there a few times. You can see it got a little blacker. So I just kind of repeat the process until it comes out clean. So I'm gonna do the brush again. And if you notice, I keep my scope caps on, so none of the solvent or anything gets on the lenses of my scope. Because you don't want that kind of oily residue. Sometimes it's hard to get off. And one more time ought to be good. Oops. Now, we don't really have a place outside to do this. I mean, I could stand out on the back porch, but we do it on the kitchen counter. That's why I got a towel laying down there, and I'm got a towel on the ground here that all the solvent's going on to. Or on the floor. So it's coming out pretty clean now. So I'll take a dry one and dry that out, and then we'll clean the bolt off, and I'll clean the receiver part off a little bit, and then I'll get a oil patch and oil the barrel.
We lucked out and didn't have too much rain this year.
Yeah.
Some years they get wet, so we really gotta make sure they're protected. I don't think we got rained on not once this year, did we?
I got a little bore light here. You can always hold it up. Looks pretty good. Of course, you always make sure it's unloaded before you stick your foot in front of your face. But it's going to be unloaded if you're
Cleaning.
cleaning it. So.
Yeah.
So I'll take one of these that already got solvent on it. And just kind of wipe around the inside. On bolt action, there's not a whole lot to worry about. It's pretty straightforward. I'll do it on my bolt. You can see it got really dark. I think I shot, I don't know, 4 or 5 times. It didn't take much for them to get fouled up. I have a little brush here. It helps, especially on Brenda's. This area right in here, where the bullet goes up in there, it's a little bit bigger around than the diameter of this brush.
Well, I zoomed in on what you were doing, and then anyway, what brush? This brush is bigger.
Bigger, so it can fit back here in the breech.
Okay.
Because if you look at a bullet, this is the only part that goes up in the barrel, and the shell and everything is back in here, where it's a little fatter. So I just clean that. I take the brush and just kind of clean it around in there. Take one of these patches, go up in there with my finger, if my finger will cooperate. So they make these little foam swabs or whatever. I just use a Q-tip. Get up in there. Kind of rub it around.
Same place you were.
Yeah.
Using the brush.
not bad. Alrighty. So I'm gonna take a rag, kind of wipe off everything. So if our guns would have got wet this year, I would unscrew the bolt and so I can access the trigger, which I may need to do that anyway because it's pretty dirty.
Okay.
And
Well, and you might not have done it last year, so I don't know.
gotta get an Allen wrench.
Okay, time out. He always dreads to clean my gun out. My goodness.
So there's not much on the trigger assembly, and I don't take it apart. So I mean, you really can't take it apart. So I just kind of wipe it off and then spray oil on it. So.
Yeah, especially if it gets wet, guys.
Yeah,
You get rust on your gun, that's bad.
So I use old toothbrush. Just kind of brush it all off. You don't want to squeeze the trigger or whatever or anything like that later. Because I don't know if it'll spring the springs or what. So. Anyway, I have a synthetic stock, so if you had a wood stock, you might want to, polish it up or whatever, but you would do that at the end. We have a cover on Brenda's, and it's an old wood stock, but we don't hardly ever take that cover off. It's hard to get back on.
Just so tight.
But mine's plastic, so it's pretty much weatherproof. And I have a matte finish on my gun, it's not shiny. So, but since I took it apart, I'll go ahead and kind of wipe it down with oil anyway. My gun, it can rust if it gets a ding in it, but with that matte finish on it, it won't hardly rust. Anyway. I use regular oil, gun oil. This oil here has no smell to it. So I probably want to find some more of that. But I use regular gun oil in the bore. So.
Let's show what it is that you use. Not sponsored.
I don't even remember where we got this stuff from, but it's not scented or has no scent to it, odor.
More tough. We'll have to find some more of it.
But if you can't, regular gun oil's fine.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of spraying the trigger assembly. And then I just kind of pat it dry. Really, on a bolt action, you don't have very many working parts. So I sprayed the bottom of my scope. So then I'll spray some on a rag, wipe whatever exposed metal I have. Just very much. Now I take the end of my barrel, one to protect it from branches and stuff, and two, it doesn't have much shine to it, but like if you stick it out of a blind, sometimes the end of your barrels will reflect and it can get a deer's attention. It's just a cloth tape. I need to find some more and probably need to redo them. And to get the residue off, get old WD-40.
Yep.
WD-40 takes off
Sticky.
residue.
Yeah. That's what I was telling them about stickers on my glass stuff when I take the price tags off. You can't get it off.
Alrighty. Set it back inside. And voila.
La.
Alright, now time for oil,
So that's a different kind of oil than you used before.
which is regular gun oil.
Okay. Nice and clean.
I'll take my little oil patch and oil down my bolt. Oil that downward. Oops. Sorry, cabinet.
Damage my white cabinets.
There we go.
One down. Well, one to go.
Now, since Brenda's is a semi-auto, we have a clip that locks the bolt back. That's what this spring is for. Clip is empty. Gun is empty. So we have to put the clip back in so it holds the bolt open. And we just repeat the process for her gun. But you can't go through the breech. You have to go through the muzzle. So normally I'll stick a rag or something down in there to catch the fouling so it doesn't get back in there, down in there. So. Got in trouble. Who?
Whoever turned the basket over.
Buddy got in trouble.
Yeah, I don't know. Cooper was looking pretty guilty.
Oh no, Cooper.
They were probably playing. Yeah. He didn't even come in here. That was still the solvent.
Pretty clean. I really don't like sticking my fingers in there because it accidentally goes off.
Oh yeah.
Ow!
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I use Q-tips. Now her trigger assembly is not as easy as mine. You have to take drive pins out on her gun. It's got 2 pins that hold it in. So I'm probably not going to go into all that today. But I'll need to do it next year. Plus, hers being a semi-auto, I have to take this off and clean the floor.
Wait a minute. I was zoomed in. You have to take what off?
Unscrew this screw here and
Oh yeah.
This is where all the gas is for the semi-auto, where it comes out. If you're not comfortable doing that, you can always take it to a gunsmith. But like I said, I do it like every other year. It depends on how much we shoot. If it would have rained, and our guns would have got wet, I would take them all the way apart at the end of the season. But I don't have to this year. Bolt action is so much simpler. Anyway.
Yeah, but I like my auto.
Yep. Brenda's killed a lot of deer with it. It's the only rifle she's ever had.
Yep. And we had to
cut the stock.
Yeah, I was a nervous wreck when we had somebody do it. I was afraid they're gonna mess my gun up.
Yeah.
But
me and a buddy of mine cut the stock for her.
because it was too long.
It was too long, and put a recoil
A
pad
little
on
bit
there.
short in the.
But she's killed a lot of deer with it.
Yeah.
So. All right, now it's time to oil her up. I am not left-handed. I believe in oil. Normally we're going to shoot our guns for deer season anyway, so no, clean the oil out of it. With a muzzle loader, you have to wipe the oil out because you'll never get your sabot in there. I should have done a video when I did the muzzle loaders, but next year.
Yep.
So I'm gonna shut that. Take that out, and I kind of just wipe the inside off with oil. I'm gonna take a little of this spray, which is oil, it's gun oil. Kind of rub it all in real good. Side of her clip. Of course, by the time deer season gets here, won't smell. Check the spring. This one seems to be working properly.
Don't leave your guns in your clips during off season.
Don't leave your bullets in your clip.
Sorry, bullets in the clips.
Alrighty. She has a little exposed metal, and I just kind of rub it down a little bit with some oil. But for a rifle that's 32 years old,
Yeah.
if not older, no. When did we get this for?
Probably
We've been
wasn't
married almost
yeah.
33 years.
33 next month, so it's probably a year. I think didn't I use Dad's gun for a while?
I don't think so.
Well, you don't think
I
so?
think we bought this for you the first year.
The first year?
89. Oh, no, we didn't deer hunt 89. Or did we?
I don't. It's been too many years. If anything, it was 90. The season of 90.
So her other clip is gummed up. And unlike a clip on a pistol, which you can take apart, I can't take this one apart. So you're gonna probably have to help.
What do we got to do?
Just spray that spray down. Yeah, just down on the side.
The side?
Yeah, spray on that side. It's hanging up in the back. we go. Seems to be working better.
Probably hadn't been cleaned out in a while.
Anyway, hope y'all learned something or got some tips or some pointers. You know, there's
I learned.
all different products you can buy. You know, you can buy the boar snakes or whatever. It's the long kind of like cleaning rag or whatever. Then you spray it down and pull it through the boar. I mean, some people have gun vices to clean them on gun vices, which is fine. I don't have the room, so you know, we do it here, and I've always done it here. So anyway, y'all take care. God bless. You good tips.
Okay.
Time out.
Don't leave your guns in your clips during off season.
I'll leave your bullets in your.
Sorry, bullets in the clip.